friends, and welcome back to Yoga with Marcy. Today is the first class of a 4-class series I'm calling Expand. We're working in the Universal Principle of Alignment Organic Extension in Anusara. And today's class focuses in on something we call Spanda. And in the Tantric yoga tradition, Spanda is one of the 6 attributes of supreme consciousness. And what does that mean? Spanda stands for pulsation. And the way that we think of this is the constant flow of contraction and expansion and contraction and expansion, which allows all of life to come into existence and everything in it. And so we play with that in our practice today in some lovely ways. And I hope that you will enjoy. Thanks for being here. Goodness, let's just all settle in. Yep, those kinds of breaths are the ones. Those are the settling breaths. Because, we all had to do something to get here today. Every single one of us. I see that, Jeff. I see the jaw. I see you. Okay. Just taking a moment and noticing that you're in a seated position. We'll start there. Yeah, and then the next invitation is to simply feel into what you're seated on, or some part of the body. And yeah, if there's something in your body that's talking to you, taking a moment simply to be aware, note it. And then the next invitation is to bring awareness to the spontaneous flow of your breath. And when I say that, I really mean that. Often when one is invited to notice the breath, one feels like there's something to do about it. Myself included. So this first bit is simply to notice what it's doing. Sort of like you're looking outside to watch a child play. So you watch the play of your own breath for a moment. And you may notice that simply by bringing awareness to breath, it changes without you having to do anything about it. It changes on its own. It may smooth out, get a little longer. And I'm just going to talk for a moment, and then we'll do a little pranayama. And you can stay with your eyes closed, you can open. If you're already kind of in the zone, I invite you to stay there in your zone. And just let these words land wherever and however they do. We're beginning a series of 4 classes today, and the theme is Expand. Anusara Yoga is based in Tantra, and Tantra, loosely translated from Sanskrit, means to expand. And one of the principles of supreme consciousness in Tantra is something called Spanda. Spanda is a Sanskrit word meaning pulsation or divine vibration, representing the creative energy of the universe, often described as the sacred tremor, a subtle vibration that permeates all of existence, from the physical realm to consciousness. In our practice, this pulsation becomes like a wave of contraction and expansion. And can you even have expansion without contraction? Can you have contraction without expansion? And so Spanda, this pulsation that is constantly creating, is in this movement perpetually. And a way to know this in our own bodies naturally is by the breath. Another way to know this is by the opening and the closing of the eyes. We open our eyes and we have our outward expanding gaze. It's called unmesha. And the contracting movement inwards is known as nimesha. Closing of the eyes facilitates that as well. And the heartbeat is one of those incredible pulsations that the universe is making happen. We're not making that happen. You know, what allows the heart to beat? Spanda. What allows the breath? Spanda. So bringing awareness back to the breath in case you left it. I invite you to simply notice, bring awareness towards your diaphragm. The diaphragm is sort of like a muscle parachute. And as you inhale, if things are moving as they would love to, in an optimal setting, the diaphragm moves down in the body, pushes the organs down and out to make the belly full. And on the exhale, the diaphragm moves up into the body to press the lungs to expel air. And this is happening in you constantly, whether you're aware of it or not. Spanda. And so what's it like to simply bring your awareness to that constant pulsating flow of breath, a movement of contraction and expansion, taking place in you as an expression of this divine supreme consciousness? It's kind of cool. And let's bring our hands together now in front of the heart. Feel the two hands touching. Even this is a subtle contraction, right? We're bringing hands together. The muscles of the arms have to contract to allow this to happen. And then as you gently press the hands towards one another, you might feel a kind of expansion. We'll join our voices for the sound of one Om. So exhale fully, a deep inhalation. And in a second, I'm going to invite you to open your eyes, and you're going to notice the whole external world is there again. And a cat, and a dog, and each other, this whole place. Like, whoa, there you are. It's kind of a miracle. All right, and let's just do a little side stretching. Enjoy. Find the movement that feels good to you. When I come to Spanda, and I love to teach Spanda, I often think about birth and the way that a baby comes into this world through a massive series of contractions and expansions. That's usually how it happens, of course, nowadays. Lots of babies are plucked right out of the belly, but back in the day when that was like the only option, and a baby is experiencing that in the womb of the mother and then being pushed through the birth canal, which is a huge contraction, right? It's just being squeezed, and then all of a sudden out it comes into this world. What a massive expansion that is. And then life, right? And there's a certain level of suffering that happens in those contractions, right? Both for mama, it's painful, and for baby who's been just like floating, and all of a sudden they're being squeezed, they get the shit squeezed out of them, And sometimes when I think about this, just keep enjoying this. It's like, well, what's going on for baby during the squeeze? If one of us suddenly found ourselves in that level of a squeeze, we'd be pretty pissed off. But we have all of these, contexts and how we think things should be going. But baby is simply receiving the experience, right? Doesn't have this whole built up, acquired conception of how things should be. And so baby simply is having the experience directly without all that added layers of stuff. So I wonder, when life is causing us to have a little contraction, something is going in a way that's like, well, can we bring baby consciousness to that and simply allow that to be happening? Just a thought. Not a different way to imagine it. Okay, my friends, what are we doing? We're sitting here. Here's something I love so much that I just want to see if you love it too. All right? Usually when we work the universal principles of alignment, we start with open to grace, and then we do muscular energy, and then we do organic extension. Expand is organic extension. I want to start with organic extension. I want to start with expansion. So I want to invite you to bring 2 fingers to the chin, and we've done this before, and simply gently draw the chin back. And up. Now for me, every time I do this, it doesn't matter what day it is, it takes me into opening to grace. It takes me into grace. It takes me into my back body. So come out and let your head do what it normally does. And usually for most of us, that means that our head is not really directly aligned at the top of the spine. It's usually a little forward, right? So if we just begin with aligning the head, and you don't have to over effort this. So just 2 fingers at the chin and gently taking it back. Take your time until you feel something happen in the back body that feels quite glorious. And if it doesn't happen for you that way, I'm so sorry, because it really does for me. And it's so yummy. Oh my goodness, it's like, oh, all the way down the back body. And there you are. So maintain that. And let's take our palms facing up. And then just gently lifting sides of the body long, drawing elbows back, letting heart lift, feeling the expansion in the heart, and then noticing probably head has come forward. And if it hasn't, draw the head a little forward so that you're letting go of that chin loop so you're not over efforting. Like give yourself a little chicken head. Chicken head. Good. And then just sort of gently draw it back until you feel that extra special something along the back body. Oh, it's just divine. Keeping all of this length, take yourself into a gentle twist. Breathing easy. Softening the skin of the face and something in the jaw. Good, and we're going to inhale to center. Let all of that go. Let everything go. Maybe give yourself a wiggle to really let it go. All the way up the spine, like you were seaweed and the water was moving you. Let it all go. Maybe make a sound on the exhale. Okay, and then we'll come back to center. Nice. All right, here we go. Find the breath. Find some length in the sides of the body. Take the palms facing up. Gentle, gentle draw of elbows back to feel the heart lift. That's an expansion. It's both a contraction and an expansion. And here comes our organic energy. A gentle draw of the chin back, just enough, not over efforting, just enough. Can even be kind of energetic till you feel suddenly the spine is like, broop. Yep, here we are. Now maintaining that, take yourself into a gentle twist. Breath is easy. And inhale your way out. From here, let's come right onto hands and knees. There are more mats if you need them. Jeff, if you don't want to disturb the cat. I told you the story about how the monk, when the cat was sleeping on its robes, cut the robe instead of disturbing the cat to get up. Did I tell you that story? It's a story. All right, come on in, hands and knees. You don't need to be that monk. And there you are, though. All right, so let yourself move any way you want to begin. It's a good place to begin. It's sort of like noticing the breath. It's like noticing the way the body wants to move before we start telling the body what to do. Yeah. However that is. Good, and then we'll come to center with fingers nice and wide. So widen up those fingers even more. Yeah, get them really wide. Now, your index finger wants to be parallel to the outside of the mat. And then the other fingers widen out. There it is. Beautiful. Nice. Good. On your exhalation, keeping... Well, let's do the inhalation first. Let's inhale earth energy up the arms into shoulders. Fill behind the heart space. And then on the exhale, let the heart simply melt. Keeping that energy in the arms pressing through hands, the heart melts. And then inhale, the heart lifts. Press through hands. Exhale, the heart melts. Inhale, the heart lifts. Press through hands. Exhale, the heart melts. We call that flossing. So your heart is sort of like the dental floss between your shoulder blades. It's a little weird, but it helps to start to loosen up that area. All right, and then let's just go ahead and take this into a delicious kind of cat and cow. And once again, you can make this cat and cow totally your own. And then everybody onto bellies. Hands at the side of the rib cage, toenails on the mat. Find the breath. Feel the thighs rooting into the mat. Good. And then you're going to inhale, shoulders towards ears and gently onto the back. That's muscular energy. Pressing into the thighs, the head lifts, the heart lifts, and then expand. Expand through toes, extend through the crown, and just notice what that feels like. And no need to over effort this. You can even just imagine this happening. Back it off a little bit, and then try it again. So inhale, slight contraction, and then exhale, find your length. Inhale, slight contraction. Exhale, find your length. One more time. Inhale, slight contraction. Exhale, find your length. Great. Tucking toes, pressing into hands. Come back up and find your way onto your back body, lying on your mat. What a sweetie you are, Jeff, to that kitty cat. Oh, and if you've got a belt, let's actually use the belt for this. All right, we'll come back to the belt in a second. Open arms wide. Feel free to keep feet on the floor or lift them up. We're going to come into a gentle twist. Take your time. And as you begin to move knees in a direction, find center line, just a gentle squeeze towards midline, and then letting knees find their way to a side, as much or as little as feels right in this moment as we begin to warm up. Oh, and if there's a sound, you can make it. Good, and then inhale your way up and out. This is getting a little crazy. A little bit, yeah. So gentle draw to midline, and then finding your way into a twist on the other side. And feel your way into an expansion. With each inhalation and exhalation, knowing that you are being birthed again and again and again in each moment. And inhaling your way out, feet finding the floor, right leg moves towards sky. We'll open the strap and take it around the ball of the foot. Keep a bend in the knee to begin. Hands walk up either side of the strap. Now find a gentle tension. So even as the arms walk up and the elbows are straight, the shoulder blades melt, but feel a little tension, like the weight of the hands is drawing the strap down and the foot is pressing against that. And then press a little more to draw the knee towards straight. Good, and And then on the inhalation, bend the knee. And then the exhalation, on inhalation, press. And exhalation, bend. Or you could do the opposite breath. You decide. And there may be a point where the leg gets shaky, and that's good. We want that. So do it in such a way that you're relaxing enough to feel the shake of the leg, the energetic shaking. That is biodynamic, and that's waking up earth energy in the leg. You feel a little shaky? Yeah, good. You want that. Nice. And then exhale, come on out. Just bring that foot down to the floor. Let that go for a moment. Move any way you need to. If the hips want to just do a little something, something. Woo! All right, we'll take left foot to sky. Take the strap around the ball of the foot. Walking hands up each side of the strap, making arms straight and long. Let shoulder blades melt into the back. And even though it's a melting, it's actually a muscular energy. Good. Feel how the weight of the hands draw the strap down and resist it with the foot. Resist it. Good. Now start working with the knee. So inhaling, put a little bend in the knee. Exhaling, pressing out. But do it in such a way that you can feel the tremor. Feel the pulsation of energy. Breath is steady as you move. One breath, one move. Good, and then we'll let that go. Inhaling the foot down. Just take a moment. We'll open the arms wide again, take feet width of the mat. And then on the inhalation, activate toes and let knees drop to one side. Inhale, back to center, letting knees drop to the other side. Exhale. And inhale your way back to center. Great. Let's draw right knee in towards heart. Use the hands around the back side of the leg. Left foot is either on the ground or you can extend that leg. For me today, it feels good to extend the leg. And just play here for a moment. Play with drawing that knee, maybe circling a little, finding a little play in the hip. Breath is steady. Can you bend your knee, Jeff? Try bending the knee and see how that feels. Bring your hands around the shin. Try that. Okay, good. And on the next inhale, take left foot to floor. Bring your right hand to the right knee and circle. Circle the hip. Circling one way and then circle the other way. Oh, good. And then exhale that down. Take a moment to just feel. And on the next inhalation, we'll take the left knee in towards the heart, so the knee is bent. The right foot either stays on the ground or the leg extends. You decide. And then find the play here of drawing that knee towards heart, maybe a little movement towards armpit, heart, maybe back and forth. If the right leg is extended, gently press it into the earth. And a little activation in toes is never a bad thing. Easy in the breath. Good. And on your next inhale, right foot comes to floor, left hand to left knee, and circle. Could be small circles. Could be medium-sized circles. Could be big circles. See what feels good here. What is your body like in this moment. And then take it in the other direction. Maybe small circles. Maybe medium-sized circles. Maybe big. Notice if your tendency was to go right to big and back it off. Notice if your tendency was to go right to small and see if there's something a little bit bigger. And then exhale that down. Take a block. We're going to take the block between the hands and take the hands up to the sky. So block the widest way, wide fingers. Feet on the ground. Feel the feet. Find the breath. Good. And gently press the hands towards one another on the block. You don't have to do this a lot. Just a gentle press. And there's a gentle contraction, letting shoulder blades melt even more fully into the mat. Keeping that gentle hug of the block. Then take the block up and overhead, any amount. Respect your own range of motion here. Sometimes if we hit a spot that where there's uncomfortable sensation and you pause right there and breathe into it, it will shift, and then more range of motion will open up. But you don't need to force it. Just listen in with deep respect for whatever's here. Breath is steady. And just noticing what's opening in the shoulders here with that gentle, gentle hug of the block. And then inhaling, bringing block back up to sky. Exhale, release the block. Let something go all the way through the hands, the elbows, a little circling in wrists, fingers, elbows, shoulder, and then the other way. And then let's take it again. So this time without the block, we'll take fingers wide, hands towards sky. Imagine the block is there now, and just gently find the hug without the block. See if you can find that same sensation again. Let the shoulder blades melt into the mat. And nice. And taking your time and moving with breath, begin to take hands up and overhead. A deep respect for your own range of motion here. If you find a spot that's like, oop, just pause there and breathe into oop and see if it shifts or changes. And if it doesn't, then that's your range. We don't need to force a contraction. Oh, that reminds me of the Pitocin drip, which does just that. It forces the contraction. There's a lot of baby metaphor to today's theme. Birthing. Okay, enjoying this. Feeling a width, a broadening of the collarbones towards shoulders even here. And then inhale, hands back up towards sky, and exhale that down and release. Take your feet the width of the mat, and if it feels good, you can open arms wide. Feel the gentle draw from fingertips up the arms into the shoulders, just enough, and then press it back out through fingertips. Activate toes, and on the inhalation, take knees to one side. Exhale there and expand. Inhale, draw knees back to center and to the other side. And expand on the exhalation, whatever that means in this shape. Good, and then inhale your way back to center. Move any way you need to, in case there was a little crampy anything that occurred. Yeah, maybe taking feet to the sky and just moving feet like you were a little pill bug that got stuck on its back. Like, woo! Or a sheep, right? The sheep, when they get stuck on their back and they can't get up. So just be that for a second. Enjoy. And of course, you will be able to get up. So get up in whatever way feels good. If you want to rock on the spine, if you want to roll to a side, and find your way. And I'll meet you there. We'll take 2 blocks with us and the strap to the top of the mat. The sheep does not like that. It's very threatening, right? It gets that wild eye. Now that's a moment of profound contraction for a sheep. And then the liberation that comes when it finds its way back onto its feet. It's like life has never been this good. Whoop, whoop. And hopefully they shake it off, and then they're good to go again. Okay. Boy, Jeff, you're really being nice to Ekis today. Do you think he really appreciates it fully? I think he does. I think he does. All right, so noticing we're on our feet, take a moment to find your breath. Maybe a little rocking, even imagine rocking on feet. Using a chair for balance if you need it. Yeah, just finding the flow of the breath in you to begin. Yeah, finding if there are any small movements that the body needs or wants. Good. And then we're going to do a thing to have an experience, right? That's right. That's what we're going to do a thing. We're going to do many things. We're just going to keep doing things. So let's take the left hand out with wide fingers like you were pushing an elevator door open. And there at the hand, I invite you to draw the energy up and into the shoulder blade, right? There's a muscular energy. That's a bit of a contraction. And then maintaining the contraction, just press back out. That's an expansion. Let's take the other hand right behind the head. And here's that yummy, yummy thing where we draw the chin back, we draw the skull back into the hand, draw the skin up towards the skull, and then turn yourself away from the outstretched hand until you feel a little sensation. You may have already been feeling it. Does it come on pretty strong? Does for me. That's fascia. Breathe steady. And enjoy the sensations, even if it's a tug, tug, tug and it's unusual. And then inhale to come out, release both arms down, give a little shake, feel the 2 sides, just for a moment. Find your breath again. Feel into your feet, and then we'll take the other side. So lifting right hand up, like you were, stop. We all need to be saying that right now, don't we? To so much in the world. All right, and then let's draw the energy from palm up through the lines of the hand. Just enough, a gentle contraction, and then from maintaining that contraction, we press back out. That's our expansion. We press back out. We're making contact. It's like opening the eyes. Take the other hand to the back of the skull. Press the skull into the hand, draw the skin towards the crown of the head, and begin to just turn your head away without moving the hand until you feel the tug. It's sort of like cold heat. Whoa. Can you let yourself have that sensation? And keep breathing steady. Feeling into feet, up through crown, out through hand. And then inhale, unwind yourself, let it go. Woo! It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, let's grab our strap. Yeah. Here at our strap, we're going to take ourselves right up and into cactus arms. And the shape of cactus arms with bent elbows, so elbows going directly out from the armpits if you can. Notice how the shoulder blades draw towards one another on the back. That's a gentle muscular energy contraction, and heart lifts up. And without over-efforting, let go of the draw on the strap for a second. So no shaking yet. Then just gently draw the hands away. That's an expansion. And you don't need to do it so hard that you shake, but you can do it so hard that you shake and get a little shaking energy going. You don't need to be afraid of shaking. Shaking can be a nice form of discharge and release of tension. Good. And then inhale and release that out. Anybody need that? Anybody need a little roar? A little lion's roar? Yeah, don't hold back. All right. Let's do a few forward folds, shall we? So feeling into feet again. Oh no, let's do what Salit was just doing, actually. That's good. Let's do the flap, flap, flap arms. So take a wider stance with soft knees. Now, Jeff, I noticed that you do this. So try doing it with an open body and just see if that feels different. It does. In fact, it's a totally different experience. Hey, you guys are matching today in your upper shirt color choice. How about that? Alana too, she's wearing the gray top. We got some gray. Yeah. Woo! Let this be both a contraction, so feel center body even as you do this, and then an expansion, letting the arms experience space. All the way out through fingertips. Wow! Flying arms. Whoa, they're being thrown about like you were shot putting your hands right away from your body. Little spaceships. Okay, and then gently find your way back, letting the arms be the last thing to find its way back to center. And then we'll take a moment, because that can elicit the flow of a lot of energy. Yeah, good. I love it. There's a little natural bouncing going on. Let's just find the little bounce. Lifting and lowering heels, lifting and lowering heels. Just a gentle bounce, all the way out through fingers. Good. All right. Find your feet, inhale, hands up. Yeah, you're good, nowhere in sight. The cat's still in the same position. You don't want to whap that cell phone. Thank you. Gentle bend in knees, coming through center line for a forward fold. The blocks are here to greet you. The floor's been lifted if you need it. It's kind of nice. Lift and spread those toes and let them down. Let the head be lower than the pelvis and let something go right through the top of the head. Nice. Active draw of feet towards one another to inhale the heart forward. And on the exhalation, release inward towards yourself again. And then as we inhale, keeping the draw of ankles towards one another, we're expanding. Hello, world. And then exhale, contracting inward towards yourself. And then inhalation, expand. And this time putting a deep bend in the knees. And finding the weight moving towards heels, upper body lifts. Hands come with for the ride and into cactus. Sitting back. Going to get some energy moving in the thighs. Big, big energy in the thighs here. Breath is steady. Inhale it up. Reach. Exhale, take it back to seated. Where are you going, X? Looks like your mat's up for grabs again. Inhaling it up. Exhale, draw the sky down and into the heart as you sit back to receive it. Inhale it up. Last one. Exhale, gentle seat. And if you're feeling like you're done with sitting, no problem. If you feel like you've got more, you can hang out here for a minute to just let the legs work just a little bit. Get the blood pumping till you start to feel a little burn. And then inhale it up. Exhale, hands to heart. A moment to recover. Nice, everybody. All right. Okay. Let's do a little lunge, shall we? Yeah. Good. It's just going to sit there. Hands together in front of heart. Looking down at feet. Lift and spread toes. Take weight into your right foot. Take weight out of left foot. Take your time. And step it back. And you can do this with a tap, 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 or you can step it right back. You do what works for your sense of balance right now, today, here. Front knee is bent. And find the breath. We're going to open arms out to a V like we are blessing the earth with our hands. So blessing the earth with our hands. And then gently from fingertips and from insides of legs, we draw into the midline. Just enough. Feeling that draw, that is a contraction. Good. And on the next inhalation, pressing through feet, we take those fingers to sky. And feel the expansion. Feel yourself reaching through your feet, reaching through your fingers, reaching through your crown, and expanding into space. Tantra, expansion. Consciousness. Our consciousness is constantly expanding. And when you're ready and you need to come out, we'll take hands together in front of heart, look into the front foot, walk it forward, and let it all go. Woo! Oh, I love it. There's a big bounce going on back here. We got a little bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. That's nice. I need to bounce. I like that bounce. And it's nice to feel that bounce all the way through the body, letting it come up through the knees and up through the middle body and all the way out through fingers. Ooh, make a sound. Ooh. Don't we all need it? Because aren't we all in a massive contraction right now? Just living in this world in the state that it's in. It's like we're all feeling the squeeze. We're all feeling it in our own ways. All right, let's bring hands together in front of heart. Look down at feet, lift and spread toes, and bring them on down. Oh, and there he goes. Oh, that's so cute, and he's so good at that. Goodbye, Yuckies. We're here if you want to come back. All right, where were we? Good. And then taking weight out of the right, you can tap, tap, tap it back, or do a step. Play with balance. Good. Back footed at 45. Front knee bent up and over the ankle. Pause and breathe. You are this pulsation. Let's take our hands out and bless this divine place. Wonderful. And then on the next inhalation, from fingertips, from the bottom of the feet, draw in towards midline, legs hugging midline, drawing in towards the shoulder blades. Yeah, good. Keep all of that as you press through the feet. Lift the hands. And find your expansion like you've got rays of light. Roots through the feet, rays of light through fingers, shining out and up through crown. You're nothing but light. Breath is steady. Enjoy. And stay here for as long as you enjoy it. Come out when you need to. And then if you're ready, we can take hands back together in front of the heart. Look at the front foot. Take weight there. Play with balance as you step it forward. And release it. And shake it out. Okay, good. Take a break if you need it. Let's do a little side stretch. You could do this. Let's grab our strap again for this because that's fun. Great. So hands about, there he goes. Hands about shoulder width. We'll take them up. Even in yoga class, students choose the back of the room. It's not just in Middleton High School. All right, feeling the feet, finding the breath. Here we go, gently drawing the hands away from one another. So that's a kind of expansion. Pressing into feet, take yourself into a gentle lengthening of the side of the body. Notice your feet. You want to line your feet up. Breathe here. Okay, inhale it up, pressing through both feet again. Gentle draw of hands away from each other. That's an expansion. Pressing through feet, length through crown. Find your side stretch. And if it's a lot for your arms to be up like that, you can take them down and do it without your arms up. Good, inhale it up. Let it go. All right. Shake something out. Maybe a little bouncing again, because that feels good. Woo! That didn't work very well, did it? Can we try that, everybody? Do that little horse bray through the lips. You got to really relax your face. Nice. All right, coming back to the top of your mats. Inhaling. We're going to use blocks. Jeff, I'll give you these. Since you want to be back there, I don't blame you. It's scary up here. It's like anything could happen, right? It's that thing. Okay. Inhaling, hands up. Softening knees, forward fold. The floor has lifted to meet your hands through the blocks. Let go of the head. Make a sound. Ah. Drawing ankles towards one another. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Ah. Two more. Inhale, heart forward. Expand. Exhale, fold inward. Contract. Ah. One more time. Inhale, expand. Exhale, fold inward. Contract. Good. On the next inhalation, bend the knees. Reaching up. Arms to cactus. Find that gentle draw of the chin back and up towards crown. When you start to feel the burn in the legs, enjoy, and then inhale, reach it up. Exhale, draw it down. Inhale it up. Two more. Exhale, draw it down. Inhale it up. Exhale, draw it down. Was that the second? Are we done? I think so. Inhale it up. And then exhale, forward fold onto blocks. This time we're going to step back with hands on blocks. So bringing weight into right foot, step the left foot back. Walk the blocks back so that they're on either side of the foot. And pause. The back foot is, you're on the balls of the foot, so the ankle is moving towards sky. Good. And then here, feel that gentle draw to midline with the legs. That's your contraction. And then press out through the feet. That's your expansion, and get long through the crown. Melt something between the shoulders. Easy does it in the breath. In the inhalation, turn the back foot to be parallel to the mat. Take both blocks to the inside. Nice. And take a moment to pause here. Pause, remembering everything originates from this pulsation, this spanda. And then activating a contraction by drawing the feet isometrically towards one another on the mat. And then as you walk the blocks any amount forward, you press through the feet, draw the hips back, reach through the hands, and you're in an expansion, an extension. Good. Inhale, walk it back. Turn yourself back around that front foot. Bring weight into the front foot, stepping the back foot forward. And bounce in the legs to let that all go. We'll stay forward folded as we move towards the other side. Okay, bringing weight now into your left foot. Lift and spread toes. Step the right foot back into a lunge. Adjust the blocks as needed so that they're on either side of the front foot, and pause and find the breath. Easy does it in the breath. Now a gentle draw to midline for that contraction, and pressing through feet for the expansion and coming out through the crown. Just finding that length that's possible here and how good it feels to expand that way. And it can be energetic. You don't even need to overdo it. It can be imaginal. And you'll get the hit. On the next inhale, turn the back foot to be parallel to the back of the mat. Walk the blocks to the inside and pause. Pause. Move that front leg if you need to. If there's a little cramp or tiredness, just give it a little movement. Good. And then come back into the feet. And we're going to contract by drawing feet towards one another asymmetrically on the mat. You'll feel the muscles of the legs engage. Nice. Now walking hands forward, drawing hips back, press through the feet, reach through the hands, reach through the crown, reach even through the sits bones. And feel the length, the expansion in the space between the vertebrae of the spine. Easy in the breath, maybe Ujjayi breath to support you here. And then when you're ready, inhale and walk yourself out. Take your time, turning the back foot again, hands on blocks, taking weight into the front foot, either tapping your foot forward or taking a giant step. Letting go of the head. Nice. And keeping knees bent, round your back up. Round it. Round it. Beautiful. We're going to come to the wall. Come on to the wall. All right. Let's interlace fingers for a second. And we'll take the forearms to the wall. Elbows directly forward of the shoulders. Nice. Find your breath. Feel how this shape is already a kind of contraction. All right, then we're going to bend the knees and take the hips back, maybe walk feet back, until you start to really feel the tug. From the elbows, draw up the lines of the bones and into the shoulder blades. And then from the back of the heart, press back out through the elbows and into forearms, drawing sacrum away from heart. Easy in the breath. Is there a lot of sensation here? Yeah. Natural. They're supposed to be. Inhale it forward. Woo! Okay. Good. And let's just roll that out in the shoulders. Just a little shoulder roll. One way, and then the other. Wonderful. Good. Let's take hands to the wall and take ourselves into a downward facing dog. So nice wide fingers, hands a little wider than shoulder width, like when we set ourselves up in tabletop position. Same shape of hands. Soft knees, find breath, breathe. Good, and then feel a gentle lifting underneath the upper arms to hollow armpits out and draw shoulder blades towards back body. Get long again and then press through the hands. Notice where your head is. If it's dropped, just lift it as though that hand was at the back of the head again, and then draw the skin towards the crown. And then adjust and press again through hands, expand. Like you're gently pressing the wall away. Beautiful. And then inhale to come up and let that go. Okay, I wanna, what do I wanna? Let's do a quick Parsva Konasana here at the wall. So take your right toes forward, step back with the left foot. Right knee is bent above the ankle. Left foot is turned to be parallel. There it is. There it is. Good. And instead of facing the wall, we're going to take the left hand to the left hip and open the upper body open. There it is. Good. Take the right arm, forearm to the wall. And pause. Pause. And breathe. And see if you can tune into that pulsation originating in the heart space. And then here we go for a contraction, gently drawing feet towards one another on the mat, just enough to activate muscles of the legs. Inhale, take that left thigh back. Yeah, that's it, Jeff. Beautiful. And then root the right sits bone down. Nice. Taking the left hand behind the head, press the head into the hand. Draw the skin of the head towards the crown, pressing into the right arm, pressing through feet. Enjoy and breathe. Keep breathing steady. And then look at the wall. Bring both hands there. Step the front foot back. Turn the back foot. Take the back foot forward, left foot. Turn the right foot to be parallel to the back of the mat. Right hand on right hip. Open it up. And then left forearm to the wall, open fingers. Pause and breathe. And see if you can let yourself tune into this deep pulsation that is you, in fact. And activate contraction. A little space moment there. Okay, drawing feet towards one another, feeling the legs, the muscles of the legs activate just enough, not overactivate. Good, and then melt that right thigh back. Yeah. Then root the front sits bone down. Good. Take the right hand to the back of the head. Press through the feet, press the head into the hand, press into the forearm, draw the skin towards crown. Pressing in all directions, you reach and you expand, like you're reaching across the whole universe. And on the inhalation, look towards the wall, take your hands there, step it back, we'll take a downward dog. And then inhale your way into plank. And then on the next inhalation, gently drawing forearms towards one another, the heart lifts. And exhale to release that. Okay, here comes the big crowning fun moment of our practice. You're going to need your 2 blocks. We're going to do this at the wall, and I'm going to move this camera here so y'all can see me from this angle. Hopefully you can see me from this angle. Yeah, I think you can. We're going to make a little block tower. And Jeff, you may want to turn your mat to be parallel to the wall. Okay, so I've given myself about 1.5 feet of distance between my foot and the block tower. I'm taking a bit of a wide stance, and I'm turning my right toes towards the right. The left foot is moving directly out from the wall, and I'm looking over at my block tower. We're coming into something called Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So you want your butt at the wall. Yep, right toes, good. And take your right toes back a little bit so you're not so close to the block. That's it, my friend. See if you can feel the wall behind your butt. The wall's right there to support you. All right, find your breath, and then lift and spread the toes of both feet. Feel the muscles of that front leg especially activate. Bring weight into the front foot. Reach the hand to find the block tower, and as you do that, the back leg magically becomes light and lifts up. There it is. Left hand on left hip to begin. Good. So drawing the energy from the feet up and into the pelvis, we then extend it back out. And if it feels good, you can open a hand. Feel your shoulder blades against the wall. Feel the back of the head against the wall. And then shine it. Finding your expansion. See if you can get that left leg into the wall there, Jeff. The left, yes, there it is, there it is. That's it. And express. Nice, it's so beautiful, excellent. And then gradually finding your way out, out, out. Use the wall behind you. Hello, how was that?
Good, little cramp.
Little cramp, okay, get rid of your cramp. Move it out, move it out, move it out. Other side, I've got a jade plant here. We gotta share this wall space. Hello, my friend. Okay, so this time left toes turning towards the block tower. A little bit of a wide stance. Find your breath. Lift and spread toes, taking weight into that front foot, feeling your butt against the wall. Good, and as you lean towards your block tower with your hand, the right toes, the right leg just magically lifts up. Active feet, drawing energy from feet into pelvis, then we express it back out. Use the wall, open the right arm if it feels good. Feel shoulder blades against the wall. Nice, back of head. Use the wall to press the skull loop into, back of skull into the wall. Breathing steady. Nice, everybody. Good, and then when you're ready to come out, come on out, inhale your way out. Woo! Yeah, all right, a little bounce. That was fun, huh? Okay, we'll come to seated. Seated position. That's excellent. Excelente. So find your comfy seat again, sitting up on something to support the natural curves of the spine. And take a moment to settle. Let the breath find its smoother rhythm naturally without forcing. Bringing awareness to the movement of the diaphragm. Simply following the natural flow as it moves down and moves up. Down on the inhalation, up on the exhalation. Connecting in consciously with the spanda, the pulsation taking place in you, as you, at all times. What a miracle that is. Invitation to stay here in seated meditation, or find your way lying on your backs for Shavasana. And if you do make your way to your backs, if there's anything else your body would like or would need, take that now.